So obviously, like, my older sister and like my mom, they're not really trying to tell us anything, but my sister was like, I'm gonna show you something, I'm not gonna send it to you, but like, and she shows me on her phone real quick, and it was my brother Jose, and he was tied up and they had a gun to his head, and they asked for money. The thing is, we sent the money, and I'm not even gonna get into how, but basically we gave it to somebody to send to them, and they only sent half, and they're like, we're gonna send the other half when they release your brother. I mean, that wasn't their choice to make. Like, we gave them money to send to them, but like, that's kind of a whole different story. But after that, nothing. We never heard from them again. We never heard from Jose. At this time, we're still thinking like, no, like, this isn't real. Like, he's somewhere, like, I don't know, like, maybe they're just, I don't know. So anyways, May, June, July, like, by August, like, I think my mom immediately went to El Salvador, but like, I'm still thinking like, what's up? Like, is my brother in on this? Like, does he need money? Like, what is it? Like, he knows he can ask us. But my mom goes to El Salvador and they start looking for him and everything. Nothing. But my mom's doing blood samples. She's talking to detectives, like, and they just keep telling her like, once we know something, like, you'll know. This goes on for like 3 years in a third world country. For 3 years. And I'm by this time thinking like, I'll never see my brother again. And what's worse about my brother being possibly murdered was that we weren't going to be able to recover his body because it's a third world country. And this happened now 3 years. Like, so we were literally thinking like, we weren't ever going to find him or like have closure, like, really. So basically, after about 3 years, my mom gets a call and they're like, you need to come to El Salvador. And obviously, like, we're worried, like, we're like, we don't trust anybody. But she's like, it's the detective, like, I left samples, like, I'm going, like, that's it. And after 3 years, my mom goes and they DNA remains that were positive for my brother. And they said that he was in like a big pit that they dug up, and he was one of like the early ones, and there was like a bunch of bodies after him. And at first I'm like, there's no way, like, they're only telling us that, like how do you have remains after so long? But there were certain things, like my brother had a knee surgery he tore his ACL, and there was something in those remains, like the knee part, like for sure it was my brother.